I'm still alive. First thing I want to talk about before we get to the movie review is that it has been many months since I have done a review, and that is because I have been working. I've been incredibly busy. I haven't had enough time to sit down and even see a new movie. The last movie that I saw in theaters before this one that I'm going to talk about today was A Quiet Place Part 2, and I didn't even have time to get a review out for that, and I really wanted to because I actually did enjoy that one. That's not entirely true. I saw M. Night Shyamalan's new movie Old like last week, just a week before I saw The Green Knight. Wow, that was bad. That I didn't want to do a review for that one. Within 3 minutes, I figured out the plot twist and had to sit through 2 hours of what the. It was just the trailer, but extended into the entire length of the film, and then the last 5 minutes, like bam, plot twist. But no, I have not seen many movies this summer, and I thought that since I am alone, I'm actually currently at work, so I don't have my recording equipment. I don't have a microphone or anything. I'm using solely my laptop, the camera, and the free editing that comes with the computer. But I wanted to get a review in today while I had time, so let's get into it. Okay, and that being said, let's talk about The Green Knight, a movie written and directed by David Lowery. It's an A24 production starring Dave Patel, Alicia Vikander, and Joel Edgerton. And wow, this movie, the trailer came out a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that, and I thought it looked incredible. It's an A24 film, so you know it's going to be a little odd, very, very strange. The A24 is known for Hereditary, The Witch, Lighthouse, Midsummer, all those really weird films that just kind of give you an off feeling, like kind of gross after watching it, but also kind of confused. They're for a specific audience, that's for sure. And this one is definitely for a specific audience. Before we get into talking about the story of this movie, if there is one, I want to talk about what the movie actually looks like and how it was made. The shots are beautiful. All of the scenery for this movie is absolutely gorgeous. The costumes are really cool. Very, very time specific to the movie. There's a whole bunch of like knights, and obviously it's the Knights of the Round Table. They've got their armor. Dave Patel's character wears chainmail armor at some point in the film, and you get to see him age. The aging was actually really well done. Kind of looks like a different actor during the aging scene, but yeah, from a filmmaking standpoint, like the visual filmmaking, gorgeous. And same with the score. The score is really cool. That might be subject to me. I know lots of other guys will find that cool, especially if you played games like Skyrim, or if you like King Arthur style movies and stories. It's epic. It has that feeling of a noble adventure is about to happen, and I do have to credit David Lowery for doing that. All right, I'm gonna try to keep my complaints to a minimum. Besides the first 20 minutes of this movie, the rest of it's awful. Really not that great. I don't want to say awful, but it's not good. The first 20 minutes are pretty epic, sets up the scene. We get introduced to Sir Gawain and King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table. Then the Green Knight enters, and we get to see the first half of the game take place, where Sir Gawain accepts the challenge. Then he's sent on his noble quest a year later, and that's where it all gets really confusing. It doesn't make any sense. He runs into some travelers that mug him. That storyline's never tied up. He runs into a ghost girl. Don't really know what he does there. He goes to a castle with a blind lady, a hot lady, and Joel Edgerton. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. And then we get to see two really gross scenes happen back to back. Then he goes and sits down in his designated location where he's going this whole time. It's a minor spoiler, but he just kind of sits there. And that's like 2 days of the trip or something, waiting for it to happen. And then we get a long fever dream of what would have happened, but we don't know that. We see a decision made, and we think it's like, oh, this is the end of the movie. This is how it was going to happen, or how it's happening. And then after all this stuff happens, we cut all the way back to where this point of the decision was made, I guess, and it didn't happen. it felt like it was wrapping up the movie, and it wasn't a good wrap up, but at least it was getting to the point. And then now we're back at the same place we were 20 minutes ago, and a quippy line is made, and then the credits happen, but not the credits right away. The Green Knight flashes on the screen for what felt like a minute. Like those words just stayed there forever, and everyone was kind of like, uh, movie over? Like, was that it? Was that the end? Lots of people got up and left. It was very obvious that not very many people in the theater liked it, and I don't think very many casual moviegoers are going to enjoy this movie. I usually enjoy a good A24 film where it's odd, it's open for interpretation. The ending is definitely left open. I love a good movie that leaves the ending open where you're like, oh gosh, I don't really know what happened, what decision was made, what are these characters going to do. I enjoy a movie like that. This one does that in a really poor way. And yeah, there's an end credit scene that doesn't really make any sense either, and none of these storylines are ever tied up. They're just left open ended. Meets all these characters. Oh, now onto this character. What's going on over here? And it just keeps happening. So I didn't like this movie. Besides the opening, I didn't care for it. I might see myself watching it when it's free on TV, if it ever comes to that. But even then, I'll be looking forward to the commercial breaks. And with all that being said, I rate David Lowery's The Green Knight a D. Well, there you have it. There's my take on David Lowery's newest film, The Green Knight, starring Dave Patel, Alicia Vikander, and Joel Edgerton. I didn't really care for it all that much, and although I didn't particularly care for it, I did enjoy the visual aspects of it. It is a gorgeous movie. The sound, the score is awesome. That is very immersive. It helps with the film, so there is credit given there to him. But also, there's one scene in there. I didn't mention this earlier, but how it's one of the gross scenes. How did they make it look like that? Because if it's not that, this is only if you've seen the movie, because I'm not going to say it. It's disgusting. But how did they make it look like that? If you see the movie, you will understand what I am asking. Anyways, AC kicked on, so hopefully you can hear me over that. The thing I want to talk about is, yeah, I do want to do more movie reviews. Last night when we were at the movie, one of my buddies asked me, hey, how come you don't do any more movie reviews? And I said, dude, I just don't have time. I don't have time. And, well, here I am. I got an opportunity, so I quick threw something together. I recorded it. It's a little late. It's 4:20 in the morning. So if it's a little choppy, just know that I've been up for almost 24 hours. I'm 6 hours into a 12-hour shift. So I'm halfway there, almost done with my review, that is. But like I said, I wanted to do a review for Quiet Place. Never got around to it. I guess I could still do a review for Old, but that would be, it'd be a little old if I did that by now. Good comedy. But anyways, the thing that I really like doing about this is that I kind of just get to talk about the movie, even though no one reciprocates part of the conversation back to me. I kind of just get to vent, and most of the time it's cynical, and I don't want to be cynical about movies, but recently movies have been bad, so that's why they're a little cynical. Anyways, go out there, enjoy the experience, try to enjoy the movie, even if it's not for the story. Try to find something that you like about it, because there's always something good in a movie, no matter how bad it is. Trust me, no matter how bad it is, there's something entertaining or of value in a film. And yeah, let me know down in the comments. Please like the video. Do subscribe. I'm going to sound like a typical YouTuber, because that's what I am. I'm on YouTube. That's why I sound like it. Gosh, why are you accusing me of sounding like a YouTuber? All right, this is going on forever. Enjoy the movie. Let me know what you think. And I guess I already said it. As always, enjoy the movie. So